Yep, I'm expecting, okay. I don't think I may travel for the next couple months, it's just getting away.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, we're ready to go?
Yes.
All right, well, it is 7 o'clock on the dot. We'll call this meeting to order. Ruth, would you do roll, please?
Andy Hitchcock.
Here.
John Buda.
Here.
Martin O'Toole.
Here.
Cindy McChagan.
Here.
Wonderful. First thing on the agenda is the minutes from our previous meeting on September 20th. Are there comments, edits, or changes?
Nope.
No? Okay. I would make a motion to approve the minutes as is.
Second.
Ruth?
Andy Hitchcock.
Yes?
John Buda.
Yes.
Martin O'Toole.
Yes.
Cindy McChagan.
Yes.
All right. Today we have one agenda item in front of us. It is BZA case number 23-08 for the property located at 807 Bell Road. I assume we have an applicant in front of us today. Ms. Pace, just for your awareness, there are 4 of us instead of 5 today. We've got a member absent. You do need 3 affirmative votes for the motion to pass. So just want to give you that option if you choose not to move forward today. Okay, perfect. So if you would, just in your own words, give us a little bit of background. Oh, I guess we need to swear people in.
Yes, please.
I missed a meeting and Riley, would you please swear?
Yes, if anyone's going to speak, if they could please raise their right hand. Do you
know if
swear?
I am or not.
That's okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give is the truth and the whole truth?
Okay. That would have been bad. All right. In your own words, would you share a little bit about what you're trying to accomplish? We've got the application and have seen some pictures. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, what we're trying to do, it's gonna be an 8x8 shed, it's small. I forget the exact height, it might be 9 feet tall, I think.
Okay.
And we're gonna set it back, we wanna set it back into the woods, a little, into the trees, so it's it's blocked from behind it. And there's trees and bushes on the side of it, so it's put off into the corner.
Okay.
For a storage shed. Put rakes and stuff in it.
Pretty straightforward. And we'll go around the room and people will ask questions, but you have an opportunity to share more later if you'd like. But John?
I was looking at the illustration and it looks like it's equidistant from each side of the property line, but I thought I heard you say you want to put it in the corner.
No, it's back, it's back out of the way. It's in the middle.
Okay, it was just in my interpretation
Oh, I'm
of
sorry.
the in the corner, so I'm satisfied, thank you.
Mhm.
Marty?
Yeah, just one question. I was over there looking at it today, so if you someone who looks like me skulking your property. Is that the thing that's marked with the orange poles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, just want to make sure. Got it. No other questions.
No, I think it's in a great spot. I like how they have the trees around and it's kind of nestled in the ivy when we were talking about it. I think it's in a great spot.
So a couple questions for me. As I'm looking at the picture up there, it appears there are some trees drawn or some wispy clouds.
Yeah, big trees.
Okay, I assumed it was foliage. So not having been out there to see it, my question is, it will bump into those woods or it will back up to them as opposed to being more centered in the yard with grass on all 4 sides?
Well, it's gonna go back into an area right now, there's ivy on the ground. And it's gonna come up to like where the grass line is essentially.
Okay, so there is natural shading or natural screening behind it.
Yes,
What about on the other 2 sides?
there's a big huge oak tree that's gonna be sitting next to. We put in some trees along the edge of our property, some short shrubs, so once they start growing up, that will definitely block. And the other side, there's trees and bushes and there's a line of bushes on the property line that goes all the way back to the corner, so.
For the bushes that you mentioned planting on the property line, just so we can identify which property line are you referring to?
It's toward Jerry's house.
Okay, so-
Back in the far back corner,
The east
on the east side.
side, okay. Perfect. The other question I had is, it appears you own 2 separate lots.
Yes, they were supposed to be consolidated
Okay.
as, with building.
Okay, so it's a technicality, Bridie, maybe you can inform. I was looking at RealLink earlier. At some point, I just want to make sure where the property is going to be, the shed, is going to be situated. If it is straddling your own property line, I might choose to make a motion that includes both of your property numbers. But if those were supposed to be joined
They
and
were
just
supposed-
haven't yet, or hasn't been recorded.
It hasn't been recorded yet,
Okay.
as far as I know we had, I can't even think of his name, but he did all the work and submitted it to the county.
Okay, do you know approximately when? Like a week ago, a year ago?
Oh,
Just trying
no,
to find it.
probably 9 months ago, 10 months ago,
Okay,
right when we started building, which is probably about a year now, not quite a year.
okay, and that's why I thought that's probably when it would have happened, and it seems a little strange that it wouldn't have been recorded. And maybe it has been, the website hasn't been updated, I don't know,
I don't know.
but, okay.
The only way I guess I would know is if I call them and go down and ask.
It's a nuance at this point. Okay, thank you.
It's even like your house, it looks like it's old.
Yeah, that is the old house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at the way it's situated.
Yeah, that's the old house.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
So if that's the old, I wonder if perhaps the website just hasn't been updated yet or something, and that's neither here nor there. Okay. Do we have any other members in the audience who would like to share an opinion?
No, I'm just happy it's in the middle of the yard. It's very, as you know, the water situation in South Russell, the runoff is bad. And back there, we get runoff from the other house when they did that rebuilding. Because we were there for so long, we're there 39 years, so all the people have done their filling in. Now we have, when it rains, we have a lake, and it keeps getting bigger, and there's things are starting, some of the trees are starting to rot out. So I'm just worried about them falling on my house, number one,
Right.
and in the summertime mosquitoes, because I have no way of fixing that, so I don't understand why it's like that.
I can tell you that when we had that torrential downpour, it was, in fact, I took a video of it, it looked like a river running through the backyard. By the next day, I mean, it was
It was
muddy.
2 weeks before it dried up. It was
Yeah.
2.
Well, I know,
before it dried up.
but it was muddy, but there wasn't really that much
No, there
standing
was
water.
standing water and also.
Well, yeah, at the property,
On
yes,
this
yes,
side, now
yes.
there's, but they used to have, what do you call it, ivy or some kind of ground cover that would absorb
Keep it
into
under.
it, and that was all pulled up when they put all that stuff. And did they finish taking those boards, because there were boards and stuff along, I hadn't gone out to look, I had surgery, so I haven't been out and about. There were some boards on your side that were kind of just laying there, was that part of your, I just noticed. there were-
I know there's some boards laying there, some
Okay.
4
I
by
didn't know if you
4.
weren't finished. I wasn't too sure if you were finished doing your plans.
No, we're not near.
Project goes on.
It
Yes.
goes on.
So I can't look at anything till you get on so I can see, but I don't know anybody can do anything about it, but
Right.
we've had water problems. I know, like, the people on the other side have always complained about water problems
Right.
coming through as well, but we have, luckily, we don't have a building there, but,
Mhm.
but my concern is in the summer, with mosquitoes and stuff like that.
Noted. Are there any other questions or comments from the board?
I had one observation, just to make sure I've got it right. It's an observation and it tees up a question. So when I was in the back, it seemed like what you want to do there is kind of consistent with the character of what's going on around in the other homes. I think it would be misleading to characterize it as like woods, because it's a bunch of contiguous backyards that have some trees in them, right? And so I would just observe that it's not really hidden behind trees. It's going to be quite obvious to anybody who cares to look at it. But that's okay though, because it's consistent with all the other sheds that are in other properties. And so net of all that, there's no neighbors who have any problem with it. I'm stating that just for information. There's nobody who has a problem with it.
No, we talked to the people who are behind us, which are next to you, and he said he had no problem with it.
Yep, got it.
Alex
Singer.
Singer, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And really, I guess just for the record, we saw the letter from Mr. Singer, who's the property owner at 101 Laurel. It does appear to be a rental, so I would certainly give more consideration to the homeowner rather than the tenant, excuse me, or the occupant of the house rather than a landlord. I don't see that as being as big a deal here, but someone who doesn't live there, I'd kind of discount their opinion a little bit. But all that being said, if there's nothing else to question, and in this case, do you have any other comments you'd like to add?
No, just that the house on 101?
Yeah.
It basically has a big garage that kind of blocks that area. I mean, they use their driveway, and I never really see them. I've seen them out with the dog once or twice in the back behind the garage. So.
Okay. Well, hearing no other comments, questions, or discussion, I'd like to make a motion to approve an area variance for the property located at 807 Bell Road for 10 feet to allow an accessory structure no bigger than 8 feet by 8 feet to be situated no closer than 10 feet from the rear property line, which would be the northern property line.
Second.
John.
Just waiting. Are there any questions or discussion on the motion?
I have a question. Is that gonna be, the shed, is that gonna be permanent, set on permanent, like cement, or is it gonna be?
They're gonna do, whatever boards on the edge, 4x4s or, I don't know, landscape boards, and then gravel, so it's gonna be set up.
Okay, just curious. We had the tree from your property before you went, fell into our shed, destroyed our shed, and look at our garage roof. We had everything, and that's why I was curious, because they were asking about that, so I just wanted to know.
Yeah, that was a big tree.
Yeah.
It was a big
Oh,
stump.
and it destroyed some of the things that we had brought home from my parents, so it was a very sad.
No questions or discussion on the motion? Ruth?
Andy Hitchcock,
Yes?
John Ruda,
Yes.
Martin O'Toole,
Yes.
Cindy Matejka.
Yes.
Okay. You have a shed.
Awesome thought.
All right. So we will move on to old business, which we have none, and new business, which we also have none. So it is 7:14. We will adjourn. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you. I was gonna say, does she give her email for the dump at the building?
Good to see you.
My
Because I laughed when I saw it, I said, oh, okay, I know exactly what house that is, so I look at it. But then I'm wondering, because she told me to put a deck in the back there, and so I'm thinking, I said,
So
I
that's
need a
why I
permit for
gave
that
you
too. But I don't know if they'll need a variance. On that inside.
I mean, you got it all in there.
Yep.
Didn't want to jump the gun.
Too much gravitas.
Didn't want to jump.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, we're glad. We were gonna ask, have you seen the fence? We were trying to figure out if that fence is done as the way it's supposed to be.
I've been gone for a couple weeks, so.
Yeah, you go in and out of town. We never know where you are. How was the game? Did you have fun at the Notre Dame game?
Oh my God. You guys knew like the top 3 days of my entire year. It was spectacular. I felt just a wee bit bad for Notre Dame. Yes. One of my daughters was really she's in my high, and it's very stuck up.
And then you have one at Notre Dame.
And she's an angel, but my daughter Shannon is like, we're the end first field, Ohio State shot.
Well, wait, it's a knee section, I said that.
But if you, like, say there's a thousand people there, no problem. I think if you rank them on happiness, my daughter Shannon was in the top 3.